All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to Rev 1211 Life. We are following through in the chapter 3 of the book of Titus. Once again, one of the pastoral epistles written. And Paul is talking to Titus, who's on the island of Crete. And he's he's warned him about people that doing good works in the community that we're in, and to not forget where we once were as non-believers before we were born again. So he's telling them too, the people in Crete, just like they were in Ephesus and Colossae, had some of the false teachings that were going on. And he was telling him in verse 9, telling Titus, he says, do not get involved in foolish discussions about spiritual pedigrees or in quarrels and fights about obedience to Jewish laws. These things are useless and a waste of time. If people are causing divisions among you, give it a first and second warning. After that, have nothing more to do with them. For people like that have turned away from the truth, and their own sins condemn them. So what he's saying is this. Let's put it this way. But at that time, there were people that were getting involved in Jewish law, genealogies, and things like that. And people will do that now when they're trying to justify their sin. They'll go back to the Old Testament and bring up some law, bring up the Mosaic law that we're no longer under. And I think it's very clear for me to say this. If there's anything that we need to live by from the Old Testament, you'll see it again in the New Testament. If it's not repeated in the New Testament, we're not living by that anymore. So those Old Testament arguments really don't hold any water. So in any case, he's talking to them about that, those quarrels and fights about genealogy and all that, trying to just confuse things, keeping people bound up by the law. And we'll see that today when we're talking to people about Christianity, and believe they start arguments and quarrels about things that really don't even matter and just are just a waste of time. And so he's saying, if people are causing divisions among you, give a first and second warning. What he's saying is just tell the truth to the people once or twice if you can, and if they don't want to hear it, move on. His prime example is on social media, and I've learned my lesson that I don't raise your hand if you've ever had your mind changed from a Facebook argument. All right, raise your hand if you've ever changed anybody else's mind on a Facebook argument. It never happens. So stay away from that. So you can warn a person, tell them the truth once or twice, and he's telling them after that, just leave them alone. It doesn't say hate them, do any of that, but just says leave them alone, because they've already condemned themselves if they don't want to hear the truth, and they've decided that that's not for them and they don't want to hear it. They've condemned themselves with their own sin and the rejection of Christ. And that's heartbreaking to know, but it's not you who gets anybody saved anyway. So you arguing with people is going to do absolutely zero to lead them to Christ. So the way you live your life, the way you treat other people, the way you live for the kingdom, when they see Christ in you, that's sometimes all you can do. But don't waste your time in foolish arguments with people, because they will always find a way to justify their behavior and what they're doing. So that's Paul's warning in this particular portion. So I just want to encourage you today, speak the truth in love to people, but don't get involved in quarrels and arguments that waste a lot of time. So God bless you. Take care of yourself. Consider that next time you're on Facebook or any social media and having these discussions. Take care and God bless you.